Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video where today we'll be discussing some of the new teasers. Yes, I'm a little bit late to this, but I've got some ideas that I don't think many other people have said, so I figured I'd come on here and speak my mind. So, for those of you that don't know, the Dead by Daylight Instagram made a story with the new sort of story, I guess, of the new chapter. And they also released some audio files with it, so we'll take a look at those. So effectively what you're seeing on screen is the stories that were posted to Instagram from the Dead by Daylight, account. Sorry, that took me a minute. Basically what this is depicting is a story of someone on a closed shift at a diner, and they have been, their friend has been lured outside of the diner as to, by their friend who's supposed to pick them up, who's not actually their friend who's picking them up. It appears to be some other entity, and this other entity was capable of just manipulating that person's voice. Interestingly enough, it's got teeth, it's big, it's deformed or distorted or something, and it can mimic people, which is such a cool sort of idea. I love that. Now obviously people heard the ability to mimic people, a tall, distorted figure, and immediately thought of a Wendigo. Cool idea. I would love to have a Wendigo killer. I think that would be awesome, but judging by what this killer is, the sound effects and everything, which I'm about to show you now, I don't think it's a Wendigo at all. So let's go over the sound effects. Before we get into the actual images, the sound effects itself, there is this bit of text I'll read you. This came with the story of the sound effects. This is the story of the sound effects, I guess, their origin. Anyway, so it reads, "Hey neighbors, did anyone see or hear anything strange in the area last night? I got woken around 2:30 a.m. by what sounded like someone rummaging around in my backyard, so I opened the porch lights to see what it was, but I couldn't see anything at all. I got dressed and walked down onto my deck to get a closer look, when all I could make out was this weird buzzing noise, and what I thought was maybe whispering. As you know, our house was one of those houses that got egged a few months ago by some kids from Greenville High, so immediately I thought this was another one of their dumb pranks, so I pulled out my phone to record, and started walking towards the noise, hoping I'd catch them red-handed, but I found nothing. I couldn't tell where the sounds were coming from, so I went back inside, and obviously I can't sleep now, so I'm listening to what I recorded, see attached, and I have to say I'm really creeped out. Does this sound familiar to anyone?" So this is talking about the sound effects I'm about to play for you now. Yeah, those sound effects are really cool. I love them. With those sound effects, it's actually the sole reason I believe this is not a form of Wendigo. It mimics people, it's tall, distorted, and creepy, but it sounds like that. And I don't think a Wendigo would sound like that, or a skinwalker, as other people are theorizing with. It's cool and all. I feel like it might be called something along the lines of the Mimic or the Skinwalker or something like that, but I don't think it actually is one. This creature doesn't sound organic. This creature sounds machine, or non-naturous, non-organic. But it's the nature of this creature is interesting because of the way it sounds. It seems to have a mind of its own, so it's not machine. It's seen mimicking people, luring them in and eating them, or attempted, and then it's also seen rummaging around someone's backyard, which is, it just shows the chaotic nature of this creature's brain. It's obviously not built for anything. It's not going out and finding targets to eliminate, so I refuse to believe it's machinery. Again, maybe partial machinery could be a cool idea, but I feel like this is kind of like a dog or some cryptid infected with Sadako's curse is kind of what is leading me towards. It's hard to explain what I'm truly thinking of, but it is definitely some idea in my brain, and this is kind of the way I'm articulating it. It's hard for me to think about. Nevertheless, these sound effects are super cool. yeah, I really am kind of stumped on what this thing could be, but I don't know. My ideas circulate, and I will let you guys know if I have any more. Another thing I was thinking of, as you can see with the amazing AI images that I have put on screen, is that this creature could have just been some built creature, a sentient sort of robot that doesn't exactly understand what it's doing, or some form of, again, a robotic creature made out of the parts of a TV or a discarded robot, or something that's just kind of destroyed and eliminated. But the way it was found outside of a diner is, again, super chaotic. Makes me think that this thing doesn't have that sort of enhanced thinking, and it is animalistic, which means I'm fully understanding why people are saying it's a Wendigo. It's because most likely this thing is organic and it doesn't understand what it's doing. So I guess theory point towards it being a Wendigo, but I don't think it's fully just a creature. Other people are saying it's the Rake or some type of doppelganger killer, which is a cool idea. The only thing is I'm not sure how it would work, or why it sounds like the way it does. Maybe I'm overthinking the sound effects. It's super machinery, the buzzing, the static, and then you can hear the whispering. The whispering, it's kind of the most horrific part, is like talking, but you can't understand. It's not human talking, it's something else, and it's a really cool idea. I do like the idea of this creature would probably be one of the creepy ones. I mean, imagine a quadrupedal creature just kind of sitting around a corner mimicking the noise of another survivor breathing, or an injured survivor, and then another survivor comes around the corner and this thing just, this 7-foot tall quadruped is standing up, well, on all fours above you, ready to destroy your entire face. That sounds like a cool idea to me. Obviously, I'm not sure how they're gonna make the sound effects work. I doubt they'll even be a really big part of it, because at the end of the day, Dead by Daylight does rely on sound effects for most of it, but if you think about it, you're soon going to be able to tell, like, especially more experienced players, such as if you are playing as this killer, and you're I don't know what his power will be, but if he does like mimic noises such as a generator or a chest being opened or there a survivor being injured, then eventually you're going to realize that, well, there's no injured survivors, so why is there an injured survivor noise? Or there's no generator that can spawn in this spot around this area, so why is there a generator noise? But I don't know, it's the ideas flowing through my head, and this is such a cool concept and such a cool idea in love itself, and I'm super excited for next week, or the week after next, sorry, to see what we get. But I will update you guys if there's any more teasers. Until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day or night depending on where you live. Goodbye.